is Neil's and Mark's contract situation. Obviously, they've still got another season to go, but as I've said before, I'm very keen to secure them for another season beyond that. And I've had I've now met Mark, and we've had a really positive conversation about that. He's keen to sign, so I think we're there or thereabouts on that. And if I can get that sorted out this coming week, I will do. So that I think that should be good news for the fans, because I think he's probably now in the top 10 of longest serving managers, the way things have been going in the Premiership. So that says a lot. It says a lot about the insecurity of football management, which means that by giving him that extra year, we give him that security. That's something he doesn't have to worry about, Yeah. And we want Mark and Neil, we want them focusing on Cheltenham Town, focusing on the first team, not worrying about where their future is and what they're going to be doing this time next year. So if we can keep them, on this sort of 2-year deal, that gives us all breathing space and means we can actually focus on what we need to focus on, which is the here and now.
Yeah, you met him for breakfast, didn't you, last couple of weeks ago? And what was that like? Because is it like he has to try and excite the fans? Does he have to try and excite you with his plans? Basically, is that what it was about?
Well, we had a really nice breakfast meeting at Howarth with Mark and Neil and a few of the directors, and that was mainly to talk about the playing budget and talk about his thoughts for next year in terms of team selection, formations, sort of players he was looking at bringing in, and how we're going to work around that budget and what we might be able to do perhaps later on in the season to help him further. It's all very, very positive. Mark seems to be in a really good place at the moment. Both he and Neil come across very positive, very relaxed, very happy, very content in their life. I think if people are in that mode, that can only be good for us. So that was a very, very good meeting, and actually since then we've had a lunch meeting as well with one of our investors and a few directors, with Neil and Mark, and that was equally affable and equally positive. We're all quite excited about next year. We're not going to get carried away. We're not going to be splashing cash in the transfer market. And let's face it, we just spent 25 on signing Harrison. So for a club of our size, we have invested reasonably in players in the transfer market over the years, with McGlashan and players before that. And clearly in January we invested quite a lot of money in the loan market on bringing some players to the club. So we're not afraid to be ambitious, but we will always do that against a background, as I said before, of trying to make sure that we run it as a business and it's sustainable. And that was one of the reasons why we had to reluctantly put that pound increase on ticket prices for next year. It just means that we're keeping pace with our expenses. If you don't do those small increases now and again, it means eventually you have to do a very big increase, and I don't want to be doing that. So we've held it for 3-4 years. Small increase, I think, actually has been pretty well received by fans. There hasn't been a huge uproar about it, and I think, as I said before, it makes the season ticket even more value than it was before.